Why did he leave? I could probably read the statement, to be fair, that he put out. Some To Be Honest lore you might not know. Clown and I launched this podcast with a plug at the end of our J-Station collab. As a result, it was those viewers and then a handful of Twitter replies from all 4 hosts that really got the ball rolling. I also edited the visuals in those first 3 episodes, and to be honest, was a bit more like a video series than a podcast back then. Looking back, I feel confident that I knew how to keep the earliest, To Be Honest, subscribers entertained. Yeah, he did like all the the edits and stuff and the animations originally, which were really good. That did not remain the case over time. By far, it's Pyrocynical who has the largest fan base of the 4 hosts. And once he started to link the To Be Honest podcast and the end cards, it picked up for us and we changed our demographic drastically. I mean, yeah, like, the thing is, I've always had the biggest pull there. Because, like, there's a lot of people on the server that just, like, absolutely don't like me. And then you go on their profile and you see that they're, like, in my server. So, yeah, I think I was bringing in the most amount of audience by far. It wasn't like... I was probably bringing in, like, 60%. If not
Hello,
more.
Pyrocynical. It's me, your favorite Digimon shill. Have you checked your Twitter? Anyways, much love.
Have I checked my Twitter? No, I haven't actually.
Also, do you plan on finishing Crazy Ball Adventure? I was excited you were playing a decent game for once, but then you quit to watch slop. Thanks again, love the pregnant belly.
What's this pregnant belly bit? What is that? What's that bit? Right, anyway. Where was I at? And once you started to link the To Be Honest, changed our demo. Jay would also work... Jay's Dolan work Pyro's face into our thumbs and his name in the titles, which boosted our subscriber growth by a lot and strengthened connection to Pyro's channel. More people are interested in Pyro as a topic than they are Nerd, Colossal, or Dolan. So as this strategy continued to work, the top comments changed from telling us to replace Pyro to telling us to let Pyro cook and stop yapping so much and just make fun of him more. Another thing became increasingly clear: most topics that I think are interesting will bore Pyro viewers to death. I think that was a problem we had as well. The topics we talked about were too, like, Nerd wanted to talk about incredibly heavy, deep topics. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm stupid. Like, the excuse is I am literally stupid. So he would go on about, like, a huge conspiracy or something, and I would know no research on it, nothing at all. So the problem is a lot of the episodes ended up with me basically, like, I never said anything. I think that was one criticism we got on the podcast, is I was the biggest member, but I was basically saying the least each episode. But there was obviously other factors as well, like, for example, the time zones. Because we were basically... I was recording the podcast usually at, like, midnight. And that's after a day of doing videos and streaming and meetings. And it's just, like, that's kind of when I wanted to shut my brain off. But then I've got to do, like, a 2-hour podcast. But yeah, like, I would want to talk about more drama-centric stuff, and Nerd didn't care, which is fair, because, you know, it's like when you realize the planet is dying and there's so many things that are wrong with the world, and then you just want to talk about ego drama, it's like, who cares? But unfortunately, that's what my second channel's ran off. EDP is back. Really? Dr. Pepper, is this 2019? Nah, Dr. Pepper's lit, bro. Dr. Pepper's so good. Like, I've only just started drinking it again recently. I haven't had it in like 5 years. It tastes so much better than Coke. On my channel, I have a theme of exposing secrets or exploring theories that sounded like crazy conspiracies, but that I could demonstrate were true. In one case, I helped confirm that YouTube has a secret rating system for each channel and video. Yeah, if you guys remember that, Nerd did a video years ago where he exposed that, well, yeah, what he just said. And people like PewDiePie would avoid it by putting hashtag satire in their tags, if you remember that. That was really old, but he was actually the first person to break that story. In another instance, I collaborated with analysts to show that YouTube bots were suppressing LGBTQ creators. And as you may recall, in episode 5 of the podcast, I went over ESG scores and BlackRock's Aladdin stock printer about a year before those concepts were mainstream talking points. And I'm proud to see that episode is our most viewed, and it's close to hitting 1 million views on YouTube. However, as time went on and as our demo kept evolving, it got a lot harder to ever share a topic like that on the podcast again. Horror viewers don't seem to enjoy when I explain things.
Dapping today. Eyes. Fire dapping today. Eyes.
Thank you, Conniving, for the 10. This is serious business, bro. Shut up. Where was I? Pyro viewers didn't seem to enjoy when I explained things, and topics I like tend to be a minefield of keywords that are suppressed by the algorithm, like Bill Gates or demons. I did try to keep value to the show, but more and more viewers would voice their concerns on Reddit and our comments about how I was unironically including clips from the alt-right shows like the Joe Rogan podcast, or mentioning alt-right conspiracy theories such as mental disorders in the DSM-5. Less yapping, make fun of Pyro more was the main requests. Okay then. As a creator, I like to work on content that people will enjoy, and unfortunately, there was a feedback loop where the more I tried to take a backseat on leading our discussion, the more that the minority of viewers who joined from my channel would politely tell me that they didn't like the podcast anymore. And to be honest, trademark, I started feeling increasingly unhappy contributing low-effort work to the show. There's been a push and pull where I always wish the show could represent something more useful to people. So yeah, it's like he's saying himself there, like, our demographics are just incredibly different. Like, my main audience is Zoomers, and his main audience are boomers. So there'd always be that divide of like yummy drama, and then I think we definitely just had different interests. As a creator, I like to work on content that people will enjoy, and unfortunately, oh, I just read that bit. I'm acoustic. What part did I read up to? Oh my god, my computer just shut off. Thank you, Smacko, for joining. Thank you, Lockie, for the 6 months. Thank you, Damn Thick Furry, for the 5 months.
Dapping today. Eyes. Fire dapping today.
The fact that you wrote it as Anonymous. This is the way it made me feel pretty angry in the past week.
Can you wear a white shirt? We see where it gets damp. Thanks, Pookie.
Thank you, Haley Joel Osmond, for the normal dono. It made me feel pretty angry the past week, and by complaining openly, I tried to force my co-hosts to see how bad things are. The most maddening thing is, I believe we recorded a pretty good episode in episode 31, and so a few days ago, I lashed out at Pyro over this in public and in private because I felt like he wasn't defending our show when he got heat from his fans. My thinking was that since it's his viewers that we cater to, then he should speak up or correct the record that his fan base attacks us unfairly.
I can feel the wall coming.
Unfairly. Thank you, Richard, for the 10. Bro, you saying you're old at 20? Shut up. To be fair, I swear when I turned 20, I was like, oh my god, I'm old. And now I'm 27, and it's like 20 is like 7 lifetimes ago. But yeah, Nerd saying there that he lashed out at me publicly and privately. Because basically, it was this negative loop of like, I didn't really want to like stop. It's not that I didn't want to stop it. How do I put this in the right way? I felt like if I went around banning anyone that was talking about Nerd, then it would make the situation worse.
Hey Pyro, just passing by, but I've really been enjoying your streams and binge watching your analog horror reactions. Love you, champ.
Thank you, Ashcore, for the 20. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, I feel like if I went around banning everyone with a big hammer that was talking smack about Nerd, I feel like it would have just made like a Streisand effect where it just makes everything worse and worse and worse and worse. And then there was other situations like the DAP meme. If you don't know, Nerd has an NFT called Dead Avatar Project, or like DAP for short. And when you buy an NFT, you mint it, right? So then this entire meme started of like, someone donated to my stream basically saying, Dappy want mint mint. And I found the statement so hilarious because of how ridiculous it was. I burst into laughter on stream, and then it just became like a whole meme of Dappy want mint mint. So that's where the Dappy want mint mint meme came from. Nerd had an NFT called Dead Avatar Project, and Dead Avatar Project for sure is DAP. So yeah. But yeah, people just started like, you know, saying...
What is going on, Lamau? Also Darkwood video when?
The Darkwood video, it is out this month, or it's out early next month. I'm actually not sure. I checked in with the animation team, and they want a little bit more time. And also, one of the editors on Darkwood is on break, because the project is just so goddamn strenuous. But we're nearly done with Darkwood. We're like 90% done. I swear the last 90% is worse. The last 10% is worse than the 90% of putting the videos together. What else did he say? Do I actually have dyslexia? Like, I can't read any of this. Okay, I got up to there. But obviously, criticizing Pyro isn't even going to fix his fat, smelly subreddit or his belching, gaseous Discord. And it also wasn't fair to place the blame on Pyro's big, sweaty moves. The state of, to be honest, actually isn't any particular host's fault at the end of the day. It's the result of the decisions we all made. And it's equally been my doing too. I, for one, could have been uploading more and balancing the scale in our listeners. So, in one manner of speaking, it was Pyro's prolific upload schedule that kept, to be honest, in business at all. And I mean, again, he's just saying, like, I brought in the most amount of viewers, which is true. Like, you can't, like, Nerd does these amazing videos that take, like, months and months to make. And then I'm just putting out slop, actual content mill daily. So it's not, it was never going to be fair in the first place. So I should be thankful for him for pulling his weight. I feel there's a fat joke there. As most will already know, Pyro takes a different approach to his communities than many YouTubers do. He eggs his fans on to act like they hate him. You guys don't hate me, right? And then he acts completely unflappable when they tell him to kill himself. But I haven't built that relationship with the internet. And to be honest, trademark, I'd rather not have that one. I don't like the dense fog of farts that Pyro manages to thrive in. So all things considered, I don't see a path forward where I can be useful to this show. Thank you, Neo Philo, for joining. I'll still be hanging around in the server channel if anyone wants to reach out to me. I'm going to remain in the Patreon Discord, and I can still talk if anyone wants me to. But in the near term, instead of recording new episodes, I'm going to turn my focus back onto making new videos for YouTube and finishing some larger projects I started that are moving too slow. Now and then, if I have a good topic, I might record an audio stream for Nerd Suburbs and then cross-post it on Twitter. I'm looking forward to uploading again, and I thank you to everyone who supported, to be honest, on Patreon. I'm grateful that it gave me the chance to entertain you. If you're subscribed to Nerd City, I aim to have interesting videos to show soon. And then Colossal did a little update here. For Pyrocynical viewers that are too fat to read, Nerd will be leaving podcast as a host. He will be staying on the Discord as a mod. He will be handing over the channel to someone, me most likely. Nerd and Dolan will be making official, to be honest, subreddit, so discussion can stay there and it doesn't float over to Pyro's one. I have a list of those that were banned from the server. Most will be unbanned. If you're not on the list, unlucky. Nerd's leaving is fully amicable and there's zero bad blood. We'll be installing a $500 Patreon tier where those members will have the ability to ban whoever they personally don't like. The last one wasn't true. Time out for Ping, sadly. I kind of do wish the last one was true. We make so much money off that.
On Steam. Also, when will you do a video on the FER series?
A video on the FER series? I'd love to do that at some point. Definitely. Thank you, Ark Doggo, for the 10 months. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Sorry for all of this. Me and the council have our hearts out. Mayor Bro.
Thank you, Mayor Bro, for the 10. But yeah, that's pretty much it. He is leaving the podcast. We're still mates. He's going to stay in as a mod and stuff like that. But yeah, I think he wanted like a more serious audience that like respected his discussion. and then my audience is known for literally just shit posting. Like, I think the nicest post I've ever seen on the Pyrocynical subreddit is someone telling me to kill myself. But that's the community I fostered, right? Like, you know, and I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Like, I do the clip farming, I do the rage baiting, I do the react Andy. It's normal. But I also know a lot of you can, like, just, like, snap out of it as well. Because I've noticed that, like one good example is, like the subreddit, right? Like, they troll me relentlessly. But then when someone on the outside actually comes for me, everyone starts like defending me. It's like, no, you can't fuck with him. Only me, a pyro viewer, can fuck with this guy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, he's still going to be in the server. We're still mates. I reached out to him privately, and he was really nice there. So I think that's pretty much the end of it. I'll be honest, like, most people aren't even aware of that drama. But I just wanted to bring it up because I feel like a lot of people are going to ask about it on stream. So, all right, plan this stream. We do some React Andy, and then after that, we do conscripts because I need to do conscript. I need to do it. I gotta do conscript, man. I gotta do it. It's been too long. I'm taking too long with that. At least Colossal's still there. Yeah, we probably won't get a fourth host. And who's to say Nerd can't join back in the future? It's not like he's not allowed to.